welcome to a very exciting episode of Hue at Home. We are on location at Vincenzo's Mercato, and let's just say it doesn't matter what your dream is or when it might happen, because Vincenzo De Luca here is a living example that you can do anything at any point in your life. Was that a good introduction?
Absolutely, that is a great introduction. Thank you. And that is that is very true. You know, I always had a dream of opening up my own place, and being able to work with my family and make it our own little family business. And after so many years, the dream has come true.
Well, and it's certainly been a journey for you, because
Yep.
you don't come upon this without any experience. No, in fact, you have over 35 years in the family business on dealing with retail and managing.
Yes.
So how is this different than the last 35 years or so that you've been working?
It's different and almost the same, if that makes sense. I've been doing this for so long, and the food part of it, I knew I wanted to do something with food. I wanted to do something with prepared foods and catering. That has always been my my go-to thing, and just serving food and making people happy, and it's been wonderful. We're making great prepared meals for people to pick up. We're doing a lot of catering, and the feedback from the community and from the area has been fantastic.
Well, let's talk about the community and the trends.
Yep.
I mean, first of all, it's hard to compete with the big box food stores.
Yes.
But the way people are eating, the way people are shopping now, I think having that experience of walking in the door and you knowing their name, knowing exactly maybe on what they're going to order, I think that must really be the best part of what you're doing right now.
Yes, it is. You know what? We've only been in business now for about 4 months, but there is a lot of regulars that are coming through the door. And yes, you get to know them on a personal level. You get to know their name, and as they walk in, you're greeting them by their first name, and they love that, because it's a very homey experience. And then you're actually getting to know what they enjoy, what foods they're looking for, or they came in the previous time and bought that special dish and they wanted the same one, or wanted to try something different. So that's something that you don't find in the big box stores. You walk through the doors, and you don't feel that hominess, that family feeling, and that's what people are telling me they feel when they do come in here.
And family, speaking of family, they're
Yes.
all working together under
Oh, yeah.
one roof.
Yes.
How is it working with Dad as the boss?
It's there's good days and then there's good days. Now, we all have our job to do here, and I've got my daughter Juliana, who is running the Mercato, the front end. I got my wife Daniela, who is running the kitchen, and so she's in charge of the kitchen, the recipes, all the prepared foods that are going out. And then there's me, just kind of overlooking the whole business, and and just making sure day-to-day operations and everything is running smoothly, and it's working for us. We're happy with what we're doing, and we're all enjoying ourselves and keeping out of each other's way.
Oh, well, it's interesting because, again, you have a long family history
Yes.
of working in the family business.
Yes.
Maybe not necessarily having the multitude of choices that young people have nowadays that parents we want to support our children to do.
Yes.
So how is it different, Vince, when you look back to when you were, say, Juliana's age, working, to what the atmosphere you want to create here at the Mercato
Well,
today?
Growing up, we were a very large family working in a family business, and there was, quite a few of us, and there was a lot of bosses, but we all worked very hard, and again, we had our own specific jobs to do. But me coming over and starting my own business, with my family. I enjoy doing this. My daughter enjoys doing this. She was brought up in that atmosphere as well. But I think things have changed. People's shopping habits have changed as well. So we try to do things differently here, and we try to personalize things with what with what customers are asking for on a daily basis. And for us, it seems to be the prepared foods and catered foods that has really taken off for us.
And so through this whole journey, what have you learned personally about yourself?
Well, I've learned that you can follow your dream at any time. It doesn't matter how old you are or what stage you are in your life. You can really do what you what you want and what your dream is. And my dream was to be my own boss, I guess is the best way of putting it, and having my family around me, and and I'm lucky because I get to teach the ropes to my family every day, and we'll see where it takes us.
Well, it's certainly a wild ride. We
Yes.
congratulate you, and I really want to say that I think that's amore. Welcome back. Right now we are behind the counter here at Vincenzo's Mercato, and I have the manager herself, Juliana. That's such a great title, Mercato Manager.
Well, I originally wanted to be operations manager, but my dad told me that was supposed to be him, so I was like, fine, I'll take Mercato manager.
Oh, the perils of working for your parents.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's a great segue into my question. What is it like working for dad and mom?
Well, I've worked with my dad before, so I love working with my parents. I do. It is really nice to go to work and be with them every day.
Right.
Obviously, families butt heads. We're not perfect at all by any means. We butt heads. We all have our opinions and stuff. But if we didn't butt heads, it would be boring during the day. It would be boring. We do everything together here. We go from creating new recipes to staging the store in different ways, and I truly enjoy working with them every day.
Oh, that's so amazing. How have you grown, Juliana, then, in this short 4-month stint since the store has been, or the Mercato has been open?
Well, I came actually from Kelowna. I wasn't even living here when my dad was ready to open. My husband and I moved to Kelowna for his work. And originally when he had this idea of opening up, I was still living here. But then my husband got a job opportunity, and we moved after our wedding to Kelowna. And then when it was time to open, I was going back and forth helping my dad 3 weeks, there 3 weeks.
No.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. It's so much flying, and I loved being here. I loved being with my parents every day. I loved working in the store, meeting new people every day. So we made the decision to come back, and ever since the grand opening day, I've been here working with my parents, and it's been awesome. I've learned so much in 4 months, from small financial things that my dad's just taught me every day to managing employees. I think that was the biggest thing for me, managing other people. It's hard when you don't,
Yes.
when you come from, I came from an administrative assistant background and into a manager role. It's a huge step, but I enjoy it every day. I love it.
So Juliana, do you see yourself maybe one day following in your father's footsteps? Maybe this might become Juliana's Mercato?
100%. I could see myself taking this over, yeah. My sister, she is doing her master's right now, and she has a long road ahead of her. I've finished school, so I 100% could see myself taking the business over.
And I'm sure you're feeling a lot of the love from the community.
We are definitely feeling the love. The River Heights community has been so kind to us, so supportive. Every day, new people walk in here from River Heights and introduce themselves. And we grew up in River Heights, so many of our neighbors have come in and supported us. Our family, a lot of our family lives in River Heights, so like when we say it takes a village, our family has been here continuously helping us as we grow, and we're growing quick. We're very, very busy, so just having the support of the community and our family has meant everything to us.
Okay, before we leave, what's your favorite in this whole place?
That's hard. I think right now my favorite thing is the prosciutto arugula panini portafoglio. It is my favorite thing. It's so good. It's so new. It's straight from Italy, so no one has it here. We're the only place that makes it in the city, so that's my favorite thing.
Oh, well, don't go away, because we might just share that secret to you when we head into the kitchen at Vincenzo's Mercato. Welcome back to Hue at Home. We are at Vincenzo's Mercato, and this is, I think, the most important person in this whole business. This is Daniela, and Daniela, you do the magic in the kitchen, right?
I try to every day.
You know, you're more than the master chef. You rule here. So tell us a little bit about what you do on a day-to-day basis here.
So we come in the morning, obviously, and we get the kitchen in order so that we can start our day, to start our prepared foods, to begin our fresh lunch that we provide every day, which consists of a soup, a salad, a protein, and then we serve like our pizzas all day, our prepared focaccia sandwiches, and of course our panino portafoglios, which I'm going to demonstrate for you today. We also do catering. We do private events also, so it depends what's happening that day. We have a lot going on, so the main focus is basically organizing ourselves first of all, and doing things as we need to during the day to make everything run smoothly.
Okay, so my question to you is, we're talking about dreams, big dreams. You left a very lucrative job to come back, not only work with Vincenzo, your husband, but to be back in the kitchen. What is it about being here that makes it so passionate for you?
Well, I've always loved cooking. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's my favorite pastime. I love cooking. I love baking. I make the gluten-free stuff in our store also. I make the gluten-free focaccia, and I also do the gluten-free baking. And it's all, like, I've always loved to cook, and when Vince decided that he wanted to pursue his dream in having his own business, at first I actually had said that I wasn't going to leave my job because I wasn't planning on doing that at all. And then after opening up, you know, the talk became that, oh, you know, I need your support. I need, you know, you here so that we can run this business together as a family. And it made sense, of course, that we did this together as a family, and I decided that I was going to leave my job, that I did for many years, obviously. But, you know, I keep in touch with my work family, and I love them.
Happy.
I'm happy here. Yeah, of course I'm happy. I'm here with my family, and I love being out here in the public and making these connections with our customers, and yeah.
And what is it like for you? You're back in your own neighborhood, sort of, where, you know, you grew up as a child, you're raising your family now, and now you're part of the community. What's it like for you?
It's awesome. We love it. We love seeing all the familiar faces, the people that my kids grew up with, even like people that I knew from years ago, starting in my own job in the investment team. some of them live in the area, so they come in to visit, they come in for lunch, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see like the familiar faces and people coming in, having a coffee, chatting, or coming in for a lunch. So it's wonderful. It is. It really is. It's a great experience.
And the best part, working with your husband?
Well, he does his thing. I do my thing. It's all good though. You know, we share the same dream, obviously, and we want this to be our little safe haven that you know, our kids are happy here too. So,
Wow.
yeah.
We thank you. We thank you for allowing us here in your domain, the kitchen. I'm going to leave it with you now because
Yes.
the show wouldn't be a show without some Italian food.
For
and
sure.
You are going to make what for us?
I'm going to demonstrate our panino portafoglio, which is our most popular item in here. We do many of these every single day, 7 days a week. And, you know, I made this for fun one day. I made this panino portafoglio for fun. And when I took it out of the oven, my kid said, "Mom, this is amazing. Like, it looks delicious." And from making it for fun, it turned out that it's something that everyone is enjoying now. So,
All right.
yes. So here I have our panino portafoglios are made with our authentic pizza dough. And so what we do is we flour it nicely and we put it through the sheeter so that it becomes uniform. So I'm going to turn the sheeter on. So you put it through the sheeter. And sometimes I put it through one more time just so that it comes out nicely. And then you just bring it onto the pan here and you sort of form it into a half moon. The trick to this is that you put a little bit of olive oil on the inside. And this is so that when you flip it over, it doesn't stick together, because the idea is that once it's cooked, we stuff it with all the amazing ingredients that make it taste delicious. You fold it over like this, and then what we do is we place it into the oven, and it goes into a high temperature here, and we put it in here, and it usually takes about 8 to 9 minutes to cook, depending on how hot the oven is. And the one I'm demonstrating today will be the prosciutto arugula, and it consists of the fresh tomatoes, arugula, our bocconcini, prosciutto, and then our house-made pesto with our homemade balsamic glaze, and then a little bit of the salt and pepper for the bocconcini.
So you actually make a lot of these things yourself then for the kitchen and for the...
Yes. So our base that we use for our prosciutto arugula pizza, I make the base myself with all the herbs and spices that go in it. The balsamic glaze I also make myself. I also make our salad dressing. We actually sell it also in the store for people to purchase. And then we make our fresh pesto in-house also that we sell.
So you must be going non-stop 24/7 thinking about things to make and what to
I do.
to cook.
Sometimes I wake up during the middle of the night and a new idea comes to my head, so I get up and I go on my phone and I put it into my little notes, and Vince says to me, he goes, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just had another idea." I said, "I just have to make some notes," and he's like, "Go to bed." Like, yeah.
Well, it is so beautiful to kind of think that at this stage in life, you can have your dream.
Yeah, it's funny when I look. Sometimes I think like, wow, we're in our early 50s and we started this now, but it was Vince had his dream and he wanted to pursue it, and we decided as a family that we were going to stick by him and let him pursue this dream. And we're happy that he did, because he deserves it, and he deserves it, and he loves it. And this is all he's known all his life. So yeah. So we have it. It's out of the oven now, and so we open it up here. So once you open it here, this is where you stuff it. So you'll see it's nice and hot. And so you start off with your pesto first. So you put a little bit of the pesto inside. And then you put in your arugula. And this gives it a nice taste. The arugula has a little bit of a bitter taste. It's not as sweet as a lettuce would be. Then you put in your fresh tomatoes. And of course the popular fresh bocconcini that we do several things with. We have these on our pizzas and our prepared sandwiches. And these, you'll often find a lot of these portafolios on the streets of Italy. They're very popular and filled with lots of different items. We do many different types here. We do our mortadella provolone. We have the spicy calabrese. We also did a Greek style one the other day for a customer that came in. Wow. And it was delicious. They loved it. Now we're going to top it with the beautiful prosciutto. And once this is all prepared, it looks beautiful. You'll see it.
Oh my goodness.
And then we usually just cut it in half. And we place it on our boards. And this is how we serve it to our customers. And that's our prosciutto arugula.
Well, this certainly is a wonderful way to end a show. We have an incredible Italian sandwich. We have wine, great company. I want to thank you, Vincenzo, for opening up your doors to Hue. We've enjoyed our stay here.
And we want to thank you for coming down and checking out what we do here at Vincenzo's Mercato.
And so, is this the dream that you're living?
Absolutely. This is the
Okay.
dream.
All right, everybody. Salute.
Salute, guys.
Salute. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time on Hue at Home.